Picture a poor man popping too many pills into the mind. He figured this would be the only way to survive. Tripping through life, sitting in a Chevy, watching folks living their life. Visions of capturing and ripping the flesh from them eyes, wanting to see through them lies. Live feeling through the emotional ties, reading news clippings of people shooting up entire hoods to survive. Spending his last dollars on a bottle, sleep warm with the vomit, ain't washed in months. Pesky humans looking down on him. He was a preacher before they shunned him, ripped his rings from up under him. So he didn't take long for this to come to it. A broken man to find a rope, visiting his kids one last time, telling them daddy won't be home. Sorry for your lost hope. This is what happens to a man who lost his hope. This is what happens to a man who lost his home. This is what happens to a man who lost his hope. This is what happens to a man who lost his home. 9 a.m. the next morning, a woman, she screams as she walks up into the grocery store. This untold man lined up all his enemies and hung them. Every one of them who martyred this man. He felt so lost, the King James Bibles was sitting next to his broken hands. His man fucking hung himself, took his own life. He had a picture of his kids halfway burnt from the floor, is sitting there looking up at him, asking God, please, would you forgive daddy, let him into heaven, would you please? This is what happens to a man who lost his hope. This is what happens to a man who lost his home. This is what happens to a man who lost his hope. This is what happens to a man who lost his home.